Hey friends, welcome to another myofascial release video. Today again we're going to be approaching our fascia in a way to try to release those adhesions, and as always what we're looking for is to find that target area, apply that direct pressure to the spot that feels the most tender where we get that good adhesion, and just wait and be patient and breathe until it releases. Today we're going to be approaching an area in the front of the thigh, a little muscle. It's not really a little muscle, it's a nice long one called the rectus femoris. This is one of the quadriceps. It's also a hip flexor, and although its function as a hip flexor is relatively weak in comparison to the other hip flexors, it's still an important component, and it's still one of those muscles that's going to end up being pretty tight for most people because we sit down a lot and all those hip flexors get shortened. Now, this particular muscle, the rectus femoris, again originates somewhere up here near the ASIS, near that hip bone, and runs pretty much a straight line down the center of the thigh in towards the patella here. So there's really two tools that we can look at to approach this. And I always like to use the ball because, again, it's the easiest thing. We're all going to be able to find some kind of tennis ball or something like that. But we can also use, here we have a relatively small piece of just simple PVC pipe that you can grab from any store, any hardware store. But what we're going to do first is show you how to do this with the ball, and then I'll show you on the other side how to do it with the PVC pipe, and I'll give you a little description of why I think each tool is useful. Now again, for the ball, the main reason I like the ball for this is because, again, it is very readily available and anyone can get it. So what we're basically going to do is, again, try to find anywhere in that line that runs right down the front here, all the way to that patella. We're going to try to get that ball in there. Now these adhesions can be near the knee, up near the hip. For most people that I've worked with, myself included, I found more to be right here in kind of the muscle belly, in the middle of it. So that's where we're going to start here. I'm just going to take my ball, get it lined up there, bring myself into that prone position, and put a little bit of weight on it. And again, I'm just really slowly, really gently, not moving around like this, but really slowly and gently moving around until I find that spot. Now, for most people, again, you're going to find this pretty easily. There's a lot of tightness up there. But if you don't find it there, there's always the ability to bend that knee and bring that heel in, which brings that rectus femoris into a bit of a stretch, which makes it a little easier to really feel it. When I bent the knee, I started feeling it right away. So I give myself a little bit of time and breath here as well. Now, the thing that I don't necessarily like about using the ball, if you can notice, I'm kind of moving around a little bit back there because I'm trying to balance my round thigh on a round ball. So although this can work, I want to show you how perhaps, in my opinion, it's a little bit better to use something a little bit longer and flatter. Now this is just your average PVC pipe, and we can use this. You can use anything else. I don't really suggest using anything too large for this, and I'll show you why in just a moment. But for now, we're going to come down again into this prone position. I'm going to get that PVC pipe across the thigh. Now this is a pretty skinny piece of PVC, so I'm going to bend that knee so that I'm not just resting my leg over top of it. Now from here, I get that kind of cross of the pipe across the thigh bone and across that muscle, which makes it a little easier for me to kind of slowly sweep down until I find that sweet spot. Once I find it, again, as with all these techniques, we just wait, give it its time until we feel that release. And in this case, I could probably feel that release and just move a little bit more and find another one and just work my way down. Now, I like using this PVC pipe, or really anything of this size, because of the nature of the rectus femoris. It comes down in this kind of thick rope, and this PVC pipe can sort of flatten that out a bit, which can make it a little easier to find the spots instead of rolling that ball on top of that round muscle. Now again, as I said, we don't want to be using something like a foam roller for this, and I'll show you why real quick here. The reason is that if I'd use the foam roller here to get underneath of that thigh, now I'm putting my back into a real point of hyperextension here that's not really going to be healthy for it. And although I might be able to get some release in that thigh muscle, I'm also going to be causing some trouble up here at the same time, and we would prefer not to be fixing one problem while we cause another. So that's it. That's the release technique for that rectus femoris. Take it and use it. So thank you for watching this video. If you found this content to be helpful, if you found this technique to really help you out, go ahead and click like below. And if you want to continue to reap the benefits of all the other areas and all the other free content that we put out on this channel, then go ahead and click the subscribe button below. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful day and take good care of yourself out there.